MacGybo.
Hi, I'm MacGybo, and today I'm going to give you a little overview and a guide to low security space. Every solar system in EVE Online has got a security status. You can just see here that the system I'm in has a security status of 0.4. That means it's low security space. Anything from 0.1 to 0.4 is low security. 0.5 up to 1.0 is high security, and 00 below is nullsec or 00 space. The rules in low security space differ from high security in a few different ways. One is there is no Concorde, there is no police in space. What that means is that if you're out in space and you attack another player, you won't get concorded or blown up by the police. There are gate guns and station guns on NPC stations, i.e. the normal stations in space, not the player operated structures. And the normal gates as well. In fact, if I warp over to a gate, I should be able to show you these. And the rules about the guns on the gates and the stations is that if you aggress another pilot illegally, i.e. they aren't suspect or they aren't criminal or they aren't part of your corporation and there's a friendly fire policy in place, then they will start to shoot you. And these guns are good. The gate guns, for example, if you aggress within 150 kilometers of the gate, they will shoot you, and you will either die quickly if you're in a small ship, or you'll need a really good tank if you're in a bigger ship, or be able to get away fairly quickly. If you aggress somebody at a gate and then warp off to further than 150 kilometers and then walk back, they won't keep shooting you. That little moment of them aggressing you has passed, which means you could theoretically aggress someone at a gate, warp off and come back quickly, and if they're still at the gate, you can attack them and the gate guns won't shoot you. A good tip when you're in low security space is to keep your directional scanner open, because it lets you know what's in space around you. Also keep this open, which is your local chat. It tells you who's in the system with you. These two together provide invaluable intelligence resources. If I look at the station here, if I aggress somebody at the station, I'll get the gate guns attacking me, similar to a gate, but also I won't be able to dock. Whenever you aggress another ship, friendly or not, you're not able to dock for 30 seconds after that. The same goes for a gate. You can't jump through a gate when you've got this timer. Shooting another pilot in low security space will not get you a criminal flag, which means you won't go flashy red the same way that you would if you were in high security space. You'll get a suspect status, which is the yellow, which means that for the next 5 minutes other players will be able to attack you without consequences of gate guns and station guns. If you shoot somebody else's pod, that's different. You will go criminal, which means that if you go back into high security space, Concorde will attack and kill you. If you want to avoid going criminal, go into your safety settings and click on partial safety. That way, if you try to do something that will set you criminal, this will stop you. You'll get a warning noise, and then that'll be that. The next thing that you only get in low security space is faction warfare and the faction warfare plexes in space. They will have names like small outpost, medium installation, large outpost, and it'll be preceded by the name of the faction that's in control of that system. As you can see here, it's Gallente. The different sizes in the title of these plexes details the ship restrictions in place for those particular complexes. I'm in a frigate, which means that I can enter any size of faction warfare plex. They start off with novice, which is frigates only. Then it goes small, which allows assault frigates and destroyers, medium, which allows cruisers, large, which allows battle cruisers and battleships, and open, which doesn't have a gate to enter. Anyone can enter it. If you go to one of these faction warfare plexes that has a gate to enter, which is novice, small, medium and large, and you're not a faction warfare player, then you will go suspect for 15 minutes when you enter that gate. And what that means is other players can attack you on gates and stations without them being attacked by the gate guns or the station guns. If you don't see these faction warfare plexes on your overview, you can click on this button here, which is for scanners, and select probe scanner, and you can see them all here, which includes ones that haven't been activated. Then you can just right click on it and click warp to. I'm at a small outpost, and when I warp to it I see that there's an acceleration gate. If I activate that gate, I'll show you what's inside. Now the first thing you'll notice there is when I activated the gate, I had a suspect timer activated for 15 minutes. And it tells you there, Capsuleers may freely engage. Inside this small outpost is a Federation destroyer. That will not attack me. This is a faction warfare ship, and it's something that needs to be either protected or destroyed depending on which side you're on. The faction warfare plexes aren't in every single solar system that's in low security space, but they can't appear in high security or 0-0 space. While you're inside one of these, other ships can enter. So a good tip is to take the range of your scanner and then click scan, and if anything is at the gate about to enter, it'll show up at that range. Now once you're inside any of these, you're able just to warp out to any other celestial just as you normally would. Now depending on your overview settings, you may have the player owned structures available to warp to. Unlike a station where you warp to it and you could be shot, if you warp to a player owned structure that you've got permissions to access, then when you land you will be tethered and you will be safe. As long as the tethering sign comes up, it means that nobody else can lock you or shoot you. But what other people can do is bump you out of there, so be careful of that. So while low security space comes with bigger risks, it also has greater rewards. Low security space is the only place that you'll find clone soldier rats, which are in the asteroid belts, and they drop the clone soldier tags, which are used to fix security status, and they're quite valuable. The rats that are in the belts are higher value than the ones in high security space. The sites that you scan down are of more value. The missions provide better rewards. It's generally a lot more fun than high security space. Now generally the fights that you're involved with are going to fall into 3 different categories. They're going to be fights where you're attacking somebody who doesn't want to be attacked. They're going to be fights where someone's attacking you and you don't want to be attacked. Or they're going to be fights where both of you are up for a fight. So if you're locking onto somebody and you don't want them to get away, you need to be either scramming them or warp disrupting them as quickly as you can. And if someone's attacking you and you don't want to be attacked by them, they're going to be doing exactly the same thing. So you need to be getting away from them as quickly as you can. Or even not putting yourself in a position where they come anywhere near you if you can avoid it. And that's what local and D-scan, the directional scanner, are for. The third one is a lot of fun, fighting someone else who's up for the fight. And that's a whole different ball game, PvP and how to do it. The best way I think to do it is just to get out there, get your hands dirty, lose a few ships and learn that way. By fighting and taking note, you will learn about ammo, about range control in a fight, about how you should fit your ships properly. And this is all far too much for me to cover in one short overview of low security space. But low sec PvP is a whole massive world of EVE Online that for me is the most enjoyable thing in the game. And it doesn't need to be a big expensive ship that you're flying around. You can pick up a frigate and fit it for a couple of million ISK and then just go out there and have a great time. Another rule that's well known in EVE Online, and it's well known because it's valuable, is never undock with something that you can't afford to lose. Fly it like you've already lost it. So these are the main differences between low security and high security space. Thanks for watching, I hope you've learnt something there, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!